What's going on, everyone? This your boy Ron back with DFS Greatness. Let's get to it, man. I'm here to give you great lineups, great picks. Let's have a great night, man. We only got 2 games slate today, man. It's all good, man. It's easy money. 2 games. Let's put a great lineup together, man. This is a core that I'm rocking with, man. I like it a lot. Let's get into it. Also, last night, man, I went for the Portland Trailblazers chalk. And it turned out to be a good night, man. I had a little bit of Marcus Smart exposure, but you know, I wish I'd had more exposure to that game. It was a hell of a game. If you would have had probably the core players for that game, you definitely would have cashed out pretty big last night. But let's get to it, man. At the point guard's position, for today. I like Kendrick Nunn, man. He's in a fantastic matchup. He's $600 cheap on FanDuel. He's averaging 27 fantasy points a game. Last 3 games, 31, 48, 29. And he's averaging 30 minutes a game, man. That's pretty good with Dragic being healthy and everything. 24% usage rate. Last game played against San Antonio, he dropped 48 fantasy points. All that being said, I like him a lot, man. I'm projecting him tonight to get 26 fantasy points, 4.6 times value. They ranked 30th against the point guard, so that's a pretty good that's why I like them a lot to play them when they rank 30th. And if I did go get another point guard, Dragic in the same game, he's on 5,300, averaging 28 fantasy points a game. I like Dragic a lot, man. Been playing pretty good. You know, come off the bench. You want to go a little bit cheaper. And Devontae Murray, man, he's questionable. I think he's sick. I saw it earlier. If he do not play, man, you definitely want to go get Derek White in your lineup and Patty Mills. Derek White is just 4,100, averaging 20 fantasy points a game, but he will get probably in the mid 30s tonight if they don't have Murray tonight. He's $100 more on FanDuel, and also Patty Mills. He's 3,400 bare minimum. That's a pretty good price for him. If you want to go get him, put him in your lineup. At the shooting guard, my favorite shooting guard tonight is no other than DeMar DeRozan. 8,400, averaging 38.8 fantasy points a game, man. He's $300 more on FanDuel. Last 3 games, 52, 50, and 44, man. He been putting up crazy numbers, averaging 34 minutes a game with a 27% usage rate. Last 3 games going against Miami is averaging 51, 50, 48, and 54. Crazy. I definitely like him. I'm projecting him tonight to get 39.8 fantasy points, 4.7 times value. I like him a lot. Just $200 cheaper. You got Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler, averaging 43.2 fantasy points a game. Last 3 games, 44, 25, and 50. $900 more on FanDuel. Last game against San Antonio, he's averaging 20 fantasy points. They put good lockdown defense on him. If he give you 42.1 fantasy points tonight, that's 5 times value. That's what you're looking for with Jimmy Butler on a 2 game slate. And another guy that I like, you got Jeremy Lamb tonight. He's questionable, but if he do not play, man, you definitely want to go get Aaron Holiday and Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday is at 3,800 and Justin is 3,600. So you won't know till about tip off if he's gonna play or not. If he's out, I think he hurt his hip Friday night. If he's out, you definitely want to get the brothers in your lineup, man, because they cheap and you can go get some studs on top of them in your lineup if you want to go that direction. At the small forward position, I went for value. That's why I went Derrick Jones Jr. I like him a lot, man. This guy's averaging 19 fantasy points a game. He's getting 24 minutes a game, 16% usage rate. I like him a lot. Last game against San Antonio, he dropped 26 fantasy points. I'm playing him tonight. He's $500 more on FanDuel. If he gets you 19 fantasy points, that's 4.7 times value, and that's all you need. Just a pump play going that direction with him. If you want to go that direction, save some money. And another guy I like also is Will Barton at 7,600. He's $1,000 cheap on FanDuel, so I play him on FanDuel. Last 3 games, he's averaging 32.8 fantasy points a game with a 22% usage rate. Against Indiana, he's averaging 33 fantasy points. He needs 34.3 fantasy points. That's 5.5 times value if you want to go that direction to put him in your lineup. And they got this guy right here, man, Michael Porter Jr. Man, they pumped him up all the way to 6,300. He's 1,100 cheap on FanDuel, so play Michael Porter Jr. on FanDuel. The coach already came out and said Michael Porter Jr. will be a big part of the offense. In the beginning of the season, said he don't know if he's gonna play that many minutes, but this guy's balling, so you gotta have someone come off the bench putting up buckets. He's averaging 13.3 fantasy points a game. Last three games, 45, 38, and 22, with a 22% usage rate. He's projected tonight to get 17 fantasy points, 2.7 times value. I'm pretty sure he will go, highly on and probably go off again. But if Rudy Gay do not, it's a sleeper play I'm gonna give you guys. If Rudy Gay do not play tonight, you want to look at Lonnie Walker to put him in your lineup, man. Because last game Rudy Gay missed, he dropped 17 fantasy points, he 3,100. He need 11. He's projected tonight to get 11 fantasy points, 3.6 times value. He's $700 more on FanDuel. That's just a dart throw you can just throw in your lineup. I'm at the power forward position. I went with Sabonis, man. I like the matchup. Last three games going against Denver, he's averaging 38 fantasy points. He's getting around 43.3 fantasy points a game. Last game, he only had 20, 20, 58, and 36, playing 34 minutes a game. He's $1,500 more on FanDuel at 7,900. He needs 42.3 fantasy points. It's 5.3 times value. That's I feel like he can get that for you tonight to throw him in your lineup. And you also a little bit cheaper, $1,000 cheaper. You got LaMarcus Aldridge averaging 36.9 fantasy points a game with a 23% usage rate, getting around 33 minutes a game. He hasn't. That's why I'm not on him that much. He's going against Miami the last three games, 20, 31, and 30 fantasy points. He really haven't had a big game against Miami. He's $600 more on FanDuel. He needs 36.4 fantasy points to hit value. It's 5.3 times value. This is one of my favorite plays, man. I play him a lot. Mason Plumlee at 5,000. He's 1,100 more. I mean, cheap on FanDuel, so go get him on FanDuel. I played him the other night. He had 45 fantasy points, averaging 19.8 fantasy points a game, getting around 18 minutes a game. Last game, he had 26 because they were shorthanded. I like the price tag, man. I feel like he give you 21.4 fantasy points tonight. That's 4.3 times value. Value play. You got to have him, man, to take down the tournament like this tonight for only 2 games slate. Definitely got to be different. At the center position, my favorite play, I like Bam Adebayo. I like him a lot, man. Last three games going against San Antonio, is averaging 30 fantasy points, 20% usage rate, and on the season, averaging 40.2 fantasy points a game. Last three games, 39, 46, and 28. Same price on FanDuel and DraftKings, but he need 39.6 fantasy points tonight. If he hit 4.5 times value, you're good. So definitely should be able to get it against San Antonio. The game sitting at 220.5 total. Should be a fast-paced game. Like him a lot. If I did go center cheap, Miles Turner, if you want to go, I like him too, going against Denver. He's averaging 34 fantasy points against Denver, averaging 27.7 fantasy points throughout the season. He needs 27.4 fantasy points tonight to hit 4.8 times value, $300 more on FanDuel. Yeah, man, and these are my plays for tonight, man. I just, short and sweet, get to the point. Um, yeah, man. Hopefully this video is helpful for you. Helpful for you guys. You like the content, you like the video, just hit the subscribe button, man. Until next time, I'm out. I got a video already made for the NFL, for the conference championship. Check that video out, man. And let's get to that Green Lines cash out tonight, man. Let's win some money. Until next time, I'm out. See y'all guys.